Okay, so what I did, I put a nice layer of bechamel and then the sauce on top. Inside the water to the lasagna, you add olive oil. Yeah, first I do it this way and then I do it this way. Just the bottom layer I doubled. After that, it's single layer. Okay, so I put salt and oil in the water so the lasagna doesn't stick together. You do not fully cook it. It cooks in the oven. You cook it until it's movable. Look at this. You're showing them, Nikki, or you're just looking at one thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It's flexible.
Right. It has to be flexible, not cooked. I'm burning my hands. Usually I have a dish with ice water, but I didn't get a chance to do it. You know what? Let me cut this in half for over here. Okay, there we go. I just like to do a double layer on the bottom. Then once the bottom is done, here, show them what it's like. I have oil, olive oil, and the kosher salt in the water and nothing else. Okay? There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do this going long. So it's like you're doing a little bit of architecture. You see the way your lasagna is, and you cut accordingly. You are in charge, not the lasagna in charge of you. Don't feel overwhelmed. See? Now we're going to do our layering. Now the first layer that goes, we're going to put in some provola. Let me just get to this a little. I'm going to give it a stir. Okay, this is the rest of the lasagna. Let me separate this a little. Listen guys, I do the videos to teach you your tradition, your heritage, to teach people that are interested in cooking, the meals that are made during the holidays, which if your parents weren't into it, maybe you didn't have this as a child, but don't deprive your children, because remember, this is the last generation of immigrants that came from Italy, which were my mom and dad, your either parents or grandparents. After this, the kids don't know anything about their heritage, so keep it alive. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to know where you came from. And some people aren't even Italian, but they love Italian food because they've been there on vacation, or they love to frequent Italian restaurants. And now they can learn how to make it themselves. So like I said, in this water is the kosher salt, olive oil. See, now I'm shutting it off because it's movable, okay? And that's it. Now I can leave it there until I'm ready. And I could work with one at a time or two at a time. I put it in here. Oh my God.
That's including on the price?
Yeah, that's including on the price, the vafangu. My husband's cooking it. Okay. See? Now we're going to take it out. This one's going back in because it's sticky. Sometimes you get one or two that stick together, but then I work it in the water and I unstick it. Get the other ones in good. There we go. Now this one we're going to break apart. Here's one. Now the thing is not to drain it. Leave that little bit of water because that's what's going to take it apart. and the oil that's been put in the water. That's why you put a little oil in the water. See? See how it glistens? Look, see how it came apart? I don't lie to you. I try to give you an accurate recipe, accurate way how to do it. There we go. Try to get them over. Okay. See how they all came apart? Now it's like working with the eel. It's slippery. Beautiful. Okay. And these small hands. Sometimes it's good to have small hands, and sometimes it's a pain in the neck. Here we go. Those two will go stuck. I'll get them apart. There we go. Okay, now we're putting in the Fior Di Latte, which is like a polio mozzarella, a dried mozzarella, which is good to cook with. You don't want any water content in your cheeses because then you're going to have a soggy lasagna. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get our sauce. Give it a nice stir. I have the plastic on the bechamel. We're going to bring this here. Sorry about the mess on the kitchen. Later I will clean up. I usually have a very clean kitchen. It gets messy with the lasagna. So this is, like I said, 3 pounds of chopped meat. I have 1 whole mozzarella, 1/4 of a provola cut into very small pieces. Over here. And there we go. Once you have the base down, then you put the sauce right here because this folds it over. There's always a stubborn piece. Okay, see? There we go. Now we're going to do a line of the lasagna. We just got to have one that doesn't do what it's supposed to do. See? And that's, okay, let's put it over here. Okay. See how it doesn't stick together? Thank God.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yep. We've been busy all week.
Tomorrow we're gonna take day off.
Tomorrow is eating day. Tomorrow is Mickey's favorite day, Christmas Eve, the Feast of the Fishes. We're big fish eaters in our family. Everybody's been calling me, Ma, you got all the fish? Ma, anything else you need? My son Giancarlo bought a good part of the fish. Now my daughter Maria will be here tonight, and we'll be going to buy more of the fish. What a mess this kitchen is. Okay, now we're going to do
Bechamel.
the bechamel sauce. Now we're going to even it out. There you go. Let me shut off this fan. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to shut the fan off when I have the video
Yeah, but then
on.
it'll be too...
I'm sorry. I had a lot of steam coming off of the lasagna before, so I needed it on. Okay, there we go. See that? Now we're going to do another of the Fior Di Latte mozzarella. Okay. If you cannot find Fior Di Latte, like I said, you could use a paleo mozzarella. Now what I do is I freeze the paleo mozzarella. I keep it frozen, and as it's frozen, I cube it. It's much easier. See how you get the slices just the way you want? Okay. And this way, when you find a sale, you could buy 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, whatever you need for during that week or that month. This way you take advantage of the sale price, and then you could use it. If you know you're going to be cubing it, you could even cube it before you freeze it. I like to freeze it in the package, and then I take it out, and an hour after it's been out of the freezer, I cube it. It's much easier to slice, because or else you have paleo all over your knife. If you could find the Fior Di Latte, please dry it with a paper towel, slice it, and then use it. Okay? Don't use the water content, or else you're going to ruin your lasagna. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of the provola, which is a dried out type of mozzarella, air dried. Gives it a nice flavor. Okay. And there we go. And now we're going to do our next layer of lasagna. Let's take out the last one. Beautiful. It's still stuck, that devil. Okay, we're going to unstick it. We're going to unstick it, and we're going to use it. I hope this is helping you in your cooking process. Here we go. Okay. One piece at a time. Don't double it, or else it's going to feel like dough in the mouth. Lasagna is supposed to be very light, very smooth, very airy, not a thick hot mess.
Like on this side.
Yes, go on that side, go on the other side, wherever you like.
I go all over.
All over. Okay, this one broke a little. It's okay. We'll overlap. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna cut a piece in half for over there. Okay. We covered the birds because they were getting out of hand. They're too excited. I think they know it's Christmas time also. Here we go, see? Okay. Just enough so it's easy to work with. There we go. All right. Now we're going to do a nice sauce pass. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. I can't even tell you how delicious this comes. My grandson flew up. My daughter sent him the ticket from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, from the college he's attending. He's so happy. I haven't seen him in 5 months. My pichetiel. I can't wait to hug him. I saw him the other day at the kids' party, but we couldn't really talk because we were at the party. So he's looking forward to this. He said he misses my food so much. He said when he comes, he was going to eat me out of house and home. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, this is going to be the last one. Here we go. We almost finished. Okay. This got covered then with aluminum foil. I do first the plastic wrap and then aluminum foil for in the refrigerator. Once I'm ready to bake it, which will be for Sunday, then I take off the plastic wrap and I just bake it with the aluminum wrap for the first half hour. The second half hour is going to be without nothing on it, so it becomes nice and firm and everything gets nice and combined together. Oh, I'll never buy this lasagna again. I'm not going to say the name, but it's sticking. I put about 1/4 cup of olive oil in the water, see, to get it going. Let me get this out of the way.
Don't pull over because
don't look at my stove, because right now I have a mess from cooking. And I wanted to show you as I did this, or else what's the point of doing the video? Okay. There we go, see? That, well, it's doing now what it's supposed to be doing. The oil is supposed to be separating. There we go. The pasta should not be sticking together. See? Okay. So like I said, you do not cook it all the way through. You see the color? You could tell it's not cooked all the way through. It's just enough so you can maneuver it. Okay, now we're going to be doing manage. Oh. Ooh, somebody's talking. Somebody's talking. I wonder who it is. Somebody's talking. Okay. Here we go. Okay. We're going to do una bella, a nice bechamel. Not too heavy on the bechamel because I need more for the top layer. See? Try this. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to thank me. And it's just delicious. My mother was from Trieste, Italy, but her father was from Amalfi. So, and believe it or not, my grandmother, because my grandfather was stationed in Bari, my grandfather was police captain, and he was stationed in Bari, and that's where he met my grandmother, who was working at her father's supermarket, which was at the time the only supermarket in Bari, I was told. My grandmother came from a wealthy family, and she was the cashier at the supermarket, and it was love at first sight. My grandpa was, what, like 15 years older than my grandma, and she was 15. No, I think they were 8 years apart, like me, and they ran away together. And at that time, girls didn't do that. So I never met my great-great-grandparents.
They ran away by foot?
They ran away. They ran away. They eloped. They got married. They had 9 living children together. And she had, how many she said? Like another 18 that died or didn't survive because, you know, at that time it was hard. But she had...
There was no TV.
No TV. They kept themselves busy with sex. And they had a woman to help clean the clothes, another one to clean the house for her, another one to watch my aunts and uncles and my mom. And then he was stationed to Trieste, and unfortunately, the Communist Party took over, and they lost everything. They took everything from them, and they were put in a prison camp for 3 years. And then they went back down south. Oh, this one is terrible. Oh, I'm not buying you again. Okay, let's leave that there. Let's see what we could do now over here. Okay. And that's it. There we go. I think I'm going to need another box. Did you put all the boxes in, Nikki?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm going to need another box. This is when you can't find what you usually use and you say, okay, let me try this. Looks good, no? I'm not sure. This was a fail. Let me try putting it in the water. Wait. I still have the pan over here. Let's try to get, now I gotta burn my fingers trying to peel this off. Okay. Here we go. I have to buy one more box. I'm not going to be able to finish this online until later. So we're going to close now. I'm going to fix this, make it beautiful, and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not even going to use this. This is terrible. And I'm going to let them know at the store not to suggest anything. They don't have what I want. There we go. I got it apart. Go to the next store and get what you need. There's just a shortage all over on everything. And I went last week to, okay, now we'll be able to finish this, see? Okay, here we go. Okay. Now we're going to do a nice passata of the bechamel. The cheeses, the last of the cheeses. Like the list of the Mohegans. the last of the Fior Di Latte. There we go. And then when we cut into this at the table, hopefully Maria will not say what she's not supposed to say when I'm filming. She likes to fool around. We'll show you what it looks like when we're cutting into it. Does that sound good? Okay. See how the bechamel stayed nice because of the plastic lining? Now, bechamel sauce is originally a French sauce. They use it in northern Italy. Well, you know what it is? Once the chefs go to Paris to cook, or the northern Italians, they make this, but also in the south of Italy. I know my aunt always used to make the bechamel, and her children loved it, and I loved it. It was delicious. So it's cost efficient. You can make a bechamel sauce like I showed you anytime. All you need is milk, flour, butter, a little salt, and white pepper. Always keep the white pepper in the house, because a couple of the recipes I gave you, even the cookies and everything, they have the white pepper in it, the rococo and everything. You put white pepper in, a tablespoon or a teaspoon. I have the recipe inside. I put it online the other day, so if you're interested, you could look that up. Okay, here we go. Excellent. Let me give my hands a rinse. Oh. Ooh. I can't wait to clean this kitchen. I can't look at it like this anymore. Okay. Then you put in the last of the provola. This is why I make it 24 hours before or 36 hours before. It's got to settle. Now this gets nice and settled. All the air comes out of it. You get the flavor incorporated in the lasagna. And it just comes excellent. There we go. Not bad, right? Now I use grated Parmesan cheese on the table. Each person puts it in to their own liking. Okay, now you see how dense the sauce is? That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. And this is a big tray. This is an Italian tray. This is a nice lasagna sized tray for the whole family. If you have a smaller family and you're using a smaller tray, any sauce that's left off that you don't need, you could freeze it. Okay? I'm just talking because now the prices are so high. I went to go get, usually I buy 31 eggs at one time for $9.97. Yesterday I got a dozen and a half of eggs for $8.97. I almost hit the floor. So, you know, for somebody that uses eggs once in a while, you're saying, oh, what is she complaining about? No, when you're baking all the time and you're cooking all the time, that's a big chunk. Don't forget, each recipe, some of them need 12 eggs, some of them need 4 eggs, some of them need 3 eggs. add it up. The end of the week, you're using 31 eggs. Here we go. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll make a plain sauce. And whoever wants extra sauce, they could have that. But here we are. Here is our lasagna. Looking delicious. We're going to cover this with plastic like I said. We're going to put the aluminum foil on top. It goes in the fridge. Right now we're going to cool it at room temperature. Then we're going to cover it. Once it's cooled off, you cover it. Like I said, before you put it in the oven on Sunday, you're going to have your oven set on 350 degrees. You're going to take the plastic wrap off from underneath. Put back the same aluminum cover again, the foil. Make it nice and tight around the rim. Nice and tight. So you're going to use enough of it. Don't cheap out on it because all the steam and everything cooks and incorporates all the flavors. The first half hour, like I said, it's going to be covered. The second half hour, you're going to take it off and it's going to get nice on top, a little crispy. Enjoy. Buon Natale. Merry Christmas. And we'll see you real soon. Ciao, ciao.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
everybody.
Christmas a tutto il mondo. Buon Natale. Bye. Yes.